Okay. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our National Training Week session. I'm Adib, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's session. We are honored to have our expert trainer, Mr. Keith, who will be sharing valuable insights on pivot power, basics of summarizing and analyzing data. During the session, please feel free to ask questions in the chat box below. Mr. Keith will address all questions at the end of the sessions. As a reminder, please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any disruptions. Without further ado, I hand over the floor to Mr. Kids.
All right. Thank you, Adi. Thank you, Adi. All right. So now we'd like to start the session. So at 11. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Okay. So you can hear me. You can type number one in the chat box. Right. If you can hear me, you can type number one in the chat box. Just want to do some sound check. Sound check. Okay. Morning, Miss Kalai, Joyce, Tony. We have one Nora Swana. Right. Do we have? What about the others? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Right, just hold on. So we're waiting for more people to join us today. All right, so those who are joining us today, welcome. All right, so may I know where do you come from? All right, so before we start the session, just have some just know each other, like where do you come from, like from which state, maybe. Morning, yes, morning, Bernard. Okay, so maybe you can let me know which state are you from in the chat box. Are you from KR itself? From maybe other state, Penang. Miss Arazi from Johor. Johor. MCCA sebab Melaka, right? MCCA. Okay, Melaka, Johor. KK Sabah, Perak. Okay, I have friends nationwide. Hi, Tony, Umar, Perak. Okay, great. So today we don't have any friend from KL Selangor itself. Right, so from myself, okay, my name is Keith, and then I am from KL, all right? So I don't have any gang here today. They just from other state, so no worries, right? Malaysia, Merdeka is coming. Okay, one Malaysia. Okay, so without further ado, okay, let's start today's session. Right, so before we start today's session, so can I just roughly know in the chat box, like what do you use Excel for normally? Like because you attend the class for Excel, right? You want to learn something about pivot table. And so normally, what do you use Excel for? Is it for reporting or is it for other purpose? You can let me know in the chat box so that I can address your questions later, okay, more precisely, okay, based on your job function, right? Like in the chat box, you can let me know. Normally, I use Excel for this purpose, okay? Okay, or normally, what function do I frequently use? So here I can see whether you are how familiar you are with Excel. All right, so we just wait for some. Okay, it's the purpose that you actually use Excel for in the chat box. Sales report. You have to keep all the details for workplaces, something like keeping monthly revenue, keeping past plan data, or the data also my own personal usage. Okay, something like keeping financial expenses. Okay, reporting. Okay, So if I understand correctly, so all these basic function, maybe you guys are quite familiar, right? Or those sum, if, right? Count. All right, so Bernard say that currently pursuing my Master in Business Administration, MBA, need to use a pivot for statistic subject, right? Areas, okay, to need, so you need some knowledge. Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much, okay, for sharing, okay, Bernard, Joyce, okay, Miss Arazi, and also Liana. All right. So here today, what are we going to learn is about pivot table. So what is actually pivot table? Okay, I will share you guys a link first in the chat box. All right, so you can access to that link. You can click on that. All right, so I think that you cannot edit, right? If you cannot edit, then you can just download. Okay, you can download the Google Sheet first. Okay, download Google Sheet first so that we can use this. We can open this in Excel. Okay, so once you already have it, okay, once you already have this Google Sheet downloaded and you open in Excel, right? You can just let me know in chat box by typing number 2, right? When we have a field number 2, then we can start the session. Right, so far only Miss RZ, okay, have completed downloading the file number 2. Okay, at the moment, I just wanted to give some time to everyone to download and then to open it in Excel. All right, so I believe the time is quite sufficient, okay, for you to open the link, download, and then open Excel. And by right, for now, you will be seeing the screen, okay, your screen will be having the same like mine, okay, which is showing, okay, which is showing the Excel, okay, Excel sheet right now on my screen. Okay, so basically this is I just want to explain a little bit about this data set, right? This data set is about having the employee records, okay, employee record where we can see we have a few columns. Okay, first of them will be the employee ID, okay, and then the status, whether they are full-time or they are part-time, right? So, and then we have their full name in column C. Column D will be when did they join the company? Okay, when did they join the company? Their email, their department, and then what is their rank? And lastly is the day sick. Day sick means how many days of what we call as the MC, all right, medical leave that they have already taken throughout their employment in this year, for example, right? So this is the data that we are getting. And if one day we are actually given one task that we want to summarize the data, right? We want to summarize the data in a way that the boss is asking, right? Can I know that what is the average MC, right? What's the average MC that for each department? Okay, so for example, here we have a few department, which is like IT, customer service, sales, accounting, okay, secretary, okay, human resources. So there are a few departments here, and we wanted to know what is the average, okay, MC in each department. Okay, so for now, I will just show you that if we don't, okay, if you do not know about a pivot table, what normally one will do if they are tasked with this question. Okay, I repeat the question is that what is the average? What is the average MC for each department? Okay, so here is where normally they will just sort the department first, right? For example, they will come to this table and they will sort A to Z, right? To make sure that all the departments, okay, will be together. So we have accounting, customer service, human resource, IT, and lastly, sales and secretary. Okay, then here they have accountings, right? So they will just highlight on the numbers of the MC. All right, and then once you highlight on the numbers of the MC for accounting, which is the first four employee, okay, when they highlight, and you go to the bottom right, okay, at the bottom right, okay, you can see average 3.75, okay, this is what you can do manually, okay, or else you can do a function like average if, right? If you're familiar with function, you can do average if, then you can take whoever are from accounting department. So this method, right, they are not wrong, okay, they are not incorrect. What is actually better, okay, we can use the pivot table. Why? Because if you do manually for each department, it's gonna take some time. Okay, it's gonna take some time because here there are few departments. All right. So what if the management is asking another question is that what is the average MC of each rank, right? They want to know, oh, executive, what is the average MC? Okay, senior executive first average MC. Then you have to repeat the process. Okay, you have to come here and sort again, and then you have to highlight the numbers and look for the numbers manually. Okay, so this is not the method they want to use Excel. So Excel have a very powerful function, okay, which is what we call as the pivot table, right? So now I have already returned back to my original data set. So in order for you to insert a pivot table, right? So what we can do is we will go to you will just click anywhere on the table first, okay, because this is a table, right? We click anywhere on the table, then you can go to insert, and then you can see on the left side, okay, the first icon is what we call as the pivot table, right? So for now, I will demonstrate the process, okay? I'll demonstrate the step. So if you think that I'm going too fast or you have something that you're not sure, you want to clarify, just let me know in the chat box, right? So for now, I click anywhere on the table, then I will click on this insert. Okay, then I will go to this pivot table. Okay, so once we have insert, okay, and then we click on the pivot table. So what will happen here is that they will ask, okay, so they will ask that what is the table range, right? What is the table range of your pivot table? Meaning to say that for which data set you want to produce a pivot table. Employee, employee is the name of the worksheet, right? So here is A1 to H36. So here you will realize that they will automatically select the table for you because this is the power of Excel, right? So you do not need to highlight the table. Just click anywhere on the table, then they will find out, okay, which table like you are most likely to have, okay, the pivot table. And then the second question is choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. So number one is where you can choose the new worksheet. Okay, new worksheet, then you click OK. All right, then it will prompt you to a new worksheet. Okay, it will prompt you to a new worksheet here. Right, so this new worksheet looks empty. Okay, looks empty, so doesn't matter because this is where exactly we want to summarize the data. Okay, so on the left side is where you're gonna have your data. Okay, then on the right side is the setting. We have the pivot table fields. Under this pivot table field, there is one setting button. Okay, this setting button like a tools button. Okay, this is where you can choose how you want to how we want to have the layout of your pivot table fields. Okay, by right, your pivot table fields will look like this. Okay, where you're gonna have all the header on the top, right? Then at the bottom, it will be filters, columns, rows, and value. Right. For me, my own preference, okay, I will choose side by side, okay, because it's easier for me to do dragging later. Okay, its own preference, that is no right, there's no wrong. Okay, just own preference, how you want the layout to be. Right. So for now, just now the question, okay, come back to the question again is, what is the average MC, okay, for each department, right? So what is the purpose, okay, of having the filters, rows, columns, and value here? Okay, let's just try one thing. Okay, you can drag the department. You can see, okay, come to this department on the right side. Okay, department, then you can drag. All right, just click and drag, let's say, for example, to the rows. Right, so here you can see there will be 5 or 6, okay, 6 different department, okay, in each row already. So what we can do with this? Okay, just now the question is, what is the average MC? Okay, what is the average MC for each department? So the value you want to have is the MC, right? So you can go to this basic, click on the basic, and again drag under the value, right? So here you can see that the value is already displayed on the left side of your worksheet. Accounting 15, customer service 10, human resource 12, IT 18, sales 46, secretary 5. Okay, so with this pivot table, you do not need to manually calculate one by one anymore. All right, so they can actually summarize the data for you just by using pivot table. Just now, if you remember the questions correctly, the question is that what is the average? Okay, what is the average MC? But what you are seeing now is, here you can see on the bottom right side, the value is the sum of basic. This is where you calculate the total MC for each department. Okay, it doesn't match with the requirement. The requirement says average. So in this case, you can actually click on the drag down button. Okay, drag down button. Then we can see value field setting. All right, value field setting. So click on the value field setting. Here is where you can see, you can choose sum, count, average, max, mean, product, and a lot more mathematical function. So for now, what you want to do is you want to have the average. Then you can just click on the average, all right, and click OK. Okay, then on the left side, now you can see from total of basic, it turns into average already. Okay, without you having to do it manually. All right, so I'll give a bit of time for you to explore and digest, or you want to try hands-on if you haven't yet. Right, just feel free to let me know in the chat box, right, if you have any questions. All right, so I believe the time is sufficient, and I believe that there's no question from the ground. All right, so now the question is done, right? What is the average MC for each department? So with pivot table, we can summarize the data very much easier. Now we come to the next question. Okay, the next question is that this is how we believe we have that in each department, right? Let me just zoom in. In each department, there are full-time staff and there are part-time staff. All right. So this is the next question where we want to know what is the average MC, okay, in each department segregated by the full-time and the part-time. Now I want to know if full-time, what is the average MC in each department? And for part-timer, what is the average MC in each department? Okay, so here, when you click back on the pivot table, all right, on the right side, okay, which is the pivot table view, you will see the status. The status is whether they are full-time or they are part-time. Right? So you can drag the status to the filters, okay, to the filters. So once you drag the status to the filters, then on the top, here on the top, you can see that you can choose, okay, you can drop down, you can choose whether you want just full-time, click OK. Then this is the number for full-timer, average MC in each department, or you want to choose part-time only. Right, then it will be segregated. Okay, it will be categorized by full-timer and part-timer. Right, so if you want to see all again, then just choose all and click OK. All right, so this is where we have the status in the filter. Right, so management, so your boss have seen this, okay? She is quite happy with the filters, but she thinks that if you have to choose between full-time and part-time, you can have to jump between these two, it will be quite troublesome, right? Full-time, part-time. So she wants, or your boss wants to see that full-time, okay, and part-time, okay, at one glance. One glance meaning to say they do not need to filter. Okay, so if you want to see in one glance, right? So this status, instead of putting it in the filter, okay, I would recommend you can put the status under the column. You can see that under the column, then you will see for each row is still the department. Then this is the column full-time, and this is the column for part-time. All right, so in one glance, you will see accounting, full-timer average 3.5, part-timer average is 4. Together, average is 3.75. So this is for accounting. All right, so if you do want to put in column, okay, can I put under the row still? If I put under the row, what will happen? Okay, the status will go into the row. So for each department, okay, it will display the department first, then it will display full-time, part-time, department, full-time, part-time. Okay, so this one, it will look a bit repetitive because the full-time and part-time kept repeating, right? So if you don't want to see this, okay, you can move back to the column so it will be easier to view. Okay, it'll be easier to view. Right. Now, for this one is the average MC per department categorized by full-timer and part-timer. Right, so if you want to change, okay, you don't want to see status, right? You don't want to see status. So instead, you want to see what is the average MC per department categorized by the rank. Okay, the rank means exec, senior exec, okay, assistant manager, manager. All right, so again, same thing, you can drag the rank to the column. Okay, you can drag a rank to the column. So you can see that now in each column, it will be all the different rank and also the average MC. Right, so it depends what is the data you want to summarize. Okay, so now I still want my status. Okay, still my status, so I come back to this status already. So this is the average MC by department categorized by status. What if you want the status and also you want the rank? Okay, you want to know what is the average MC in each department, categorized by status, then categorized again by rank. Then no problem. You can also put the rank. It depends on you want to put under the row, then it will show like this. Okay, accounting. So in accounting, it will be exec manager, senior manager, customer service executive, manager, senior executive. All right, so you will see the department first, then you will see all the rank below. Okay, so question is, can I move the rank to column? Okay, let's move the rank to the column. Then your rank will show in the column. Okay, which is it depends. Okay, it depends whether which method okay you feel comfortable okay to actually look at the data. Right, so if you want to do this, also no issue. You want to put under the rows, also no issue. It depends on how you're going to prefer your layout. All right, so for me, I will prefer this layout. Okay, in my under rows, there are departments and rank. Okay, then under column, it will be the status. So my value is the average of MC. Okay, so this is the average MC by each department categorized by the status. Right, so I'll give a bit of time, okay, for you to digest. Okay, you can play around with the pivot table. Okay, in case I have any question, you can put in the chat box.
Baby, don't know what to say, but something in it drives me crazy. I know it shows, so tell me, when you lay alone in your bed, do you still?
All right. So for now, can see from Miss Arazi saying that there's no question, need more practice. Yeah, sure, no problem. So for this session, we are just trying to explore what is the function of pivot table and how it can help us to analyze or summarize the data. It's more on summarizing the data, right? Now we are going to continue if we have no questions. Okay, for this summary, okay, for this summary. So the next question is that if, right? Because now I want to see in each department, right? Okay, accounting 3.75, customer service, there are 2 days average, HR 3 days, IT 3.6 days, sales 3.06 days, secretary 2.5. All right, so if you are asked a question, right? If someone asks you a question, so what is the department that is having the highest average MC? Okay, highest average MC. Then we have to look at all the numbers, right? Then we have to compare. Then we only can tell, oh, after comparing, this is the highest, right? So instead of doing it manually, right, we can actually do sorting. So how are you going to sort, right? For example, this 3.75, okay, is the average for accounting department. 2 is for customer service. 3 HR, 3.6 IT, 3.06 sales, and 2.5 secretary. So in any of these average, okay, you can actually right click. Okay, you can actually right click. You can right click, and then once you right click, you can see one button called sort. Okay, you can actually sort highest to smallest to largest, or largest to smallest. So if your question is you want to see which department has the highest, then you can sort largest to smallest. Okay, then you can see accounting 3.75, followed by IT 3.6, followed by sales, okay, followed by human resource 3, secretary 2.5, and the lowest goes to customer service 2 days. Okay, so this is how we can sort, okay, from largest to smallest among the department, right? Next question is that, okay, in each department, right, in each department, we can see the total, okay, the average for executive is 4, 5, 2, this is 3, 5, 2. The number inside the department is not sorted. Okay, only the average per or by department is sorted from largest to smallest. So what if we also want to know in each department, okay, who or which rank has the highest average MC? Okay, you can right click, okay, you can right click on the average MC. Okay, for rank, you don't click on the department, because if you click on department, it will only sort the department. So if you click, or if you right click for the rank, and if you again sort, okay, largest to smallest, all right, you can see for each department is 5, 4, 2, okay, IT 5, 3, 2, you can see it's largest to smallest, 6 to 1.6, 7 to 0, okay, 4.5 to 0. Okay, so this is how you want to do the sorting. If you want to sort the department, right click on the average for department. If you want to sort the rank, okay, right click on the average for the rank. Okay, right. So for now, okay, your boss is quite happy already. Okay, your boss is quite happy that they can see what is the average MC by each department, which department is having the highest, and then in each department, what is the rank that is the highest in MC. All right. So for now they have a lot of data. Okay, and for now they do not want to see the rank anymore. Okay, they just want to come back to the basic, where they want to see only the accounting, IT, sales, right? They want to hide. Okay, they want to hide the rank. Okay, they don't hide the rank, but they do want to delete. Okay, because in case they still want to see, they can see. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Is that if you want to do it one by one, no issues. For example, in each department on the left side, for example, in accounting, on the left side, there's one minus button, right? You can click on the minus button. So once you click on the minus button, they will actually we call it as a collapse. Okay, collapse, or we can say hide. They are hiding the rank, so they only show the department only. So this is how we can do it one by one manually. All right. So if you want to do it fast, which means that you want to collapse all together, okay, or you want to expand back. Expand means you have to click the plus sign, okay, to have the rank again. This is how you can do it manually. If you want to do it all together, you can right click on the accounting name itself, okay, the department name itself. All right, you can see that we have the expand or collapse, right? So you can choose this option, collapse entire field. Okay, click on collapse entire field, then they will collapse everything that is below the department name. Right, again, you can click on any department. Okay, right click, expand collapse, then you can expand the entire field. All right, so this is just some minor technical thing. Okay, if you want to just see the summary of each department, but you do not want to delete yet. Okay, the rank. Okay, so you can just play around with that. All right, so if you are familiar with that already, then we can see. Okay, so next deep question. Hi, sir. If the answer you want to make it raw numbers, whole number, we need to say no decimal point. Okay, no decimal point. So in this case, okay, all right, in this case, you just need to highlight the entire table, which means you go to the top left, right? Top left here. Okay, then normally how we reduce the decimal point is by going to this one. Okay, can you see this one? Okay, this is where we can reduce. Okay, can reduce the decimal point. Okay, so just let me demonstrate on how we're going to do that. Right, so I'll just highlight again. Okay, I'll click on the top left arm. Okay, then the entire table is highlighted. Then we can just decrease the decimal. Okay, hold on. Let's just check what is happening here. It doesn't go for me today. It's okay. Okay, just let me check here. Okay, so you can also highlight the numbers only. Okay, highlight number only. Then we can reduce the decimal point from there. Does it work for you? The screen freeze. Right, do you see what I'm doing now? Hold on, let me just go back here. Do you see the screen is moving? Okay, now can already. Okay. So did I answer your questions, Mr. Razi? So you can just highlight the numbers and then you can use the reduce decimal button. Okay, I will just resume back. Okay. Yes, okay, can, no problem. All right, so the next thing that I want to do here, okay, just now we already reduced the decimal point to two decimal places now, two decimal places. Okay, so one questions that you might have concern is that this pivot table, right? If I go back to my employee sheet, right? Employee sheet, for example, if I change, okay, if I change the anything in this table, will my pivot table change accordingly? Okay, will my pivot table change accordingly? Let's check. Okay, let's check. Okay, I will take example of let's take example for question, no question. This is row number 6, right? Okay, row number 6. Okay, so this employee is a sales manager. Okay, row number 6 here. Okay, row number 6 here. So he is a sales manager with the day sake of 1 day. Okay, now let's say now for this sales manager, the days sake, the MC has increased to 5 days. Okay, so before we look at 5 days, let's look at sales manager. Right, come back to this worksheet and pivot table. Okay, sales manager. Okay, sales manager, their average is 1.67. Okay, 1.67. So if I change, okay, for sales manager from 1 day to 5 day, all right, and I come back to my pivot table, all right, sales manager is still 1.67 day. Meaning to say, whenever you change something on your data set, the pivot table will not update automatically. All right, so what you have to do is that in this case, okay, in this case, what you have to do, you have to click, okay, you have to right click, okay, right click on the table, whichever cell on the pivot table, and then you can see one refresh button. Okay, so let me just right click. Okay, you can right click anywhere, don't worry. Okay, refresh. Then you can see sales, my manager, the average has already increased from 1.67 okay, to 3 days already. All right, so whenever you update the table, you need to come back to your pivot table and click the refresh button. Okay, so you can play around if you see and see if you have any questions. All right, got it. Thank you. All right, so last but not least, okay, we'll come to filtering again. So filtering, for example, just now we want to filter, right? For example, now in this data set, I don't want to see executive and senior executive, right? I only want to see from assistant manager onwards. So in this case, okay, you can also drag the status to the filter, right? Like what I said, you can drag the status to the filter. if you drag the status into the filter, then you can see under the column, okay, there'll be no more. Okay. Sorry, this is by this is by the rank, by the rank. Okay, by the rank. So I'll drag my rank to my filter. Okay. So you cannot see which rank has how many days of average MC anymore. Okay, so now if I come back to this one, okay, I still want to see something like this, okay, but I do want to see like executive and senior executive. So instead of putting it into the filter here, okay, what we can do is that we can actually go to Insert tab, okay, Insert tab, and then there's one thing, okay, there's one button here called the slicer. Okay, the slicer, let's click on the slicer, then I will choose for rank. Right, so what is the purpose of a slicer? Let's look at the purpose. I choose the rank. Then I will have this very beautiful, okay, slicer. This is actually a filter. Okay, you can see all 5 rank are here and chosen. So let's say I want to untick. Okay, I don't want to see executive. Okay, for example, I want to see only assistant manager, manager. Okay, senior manager. So this one you can only choose one, but if you want to choose multiple, then you can just click on the multi-select, okay, which is you can see many tick here. Okay, the button with many ticks, multi-select. So now you can see assistant manager, manager, and senior manager. All right, so a slicer is like a filter. Okay, it's like a filter where you can choose what you want to filter more easily. Okay, and without disturbing the pivot table. Okay, so can I have more than one slicer? Yes, you can. Okay, so slicer, let's say, okay, if you choose one only, this is only one slicer, right? Okay, if you choose only one slicer, and if you do want the slicer, you can just delete first. Okay, you can just click on the slicer and then you delete. Okay, then insert slicer again. Okay, insert slicer again, then now you want to choose the rank and the department. So in this case, you're going to have 2 different slicer. Okay, 2 different slicer. Okay, so for example, for now, you want to see assistant manager, manager, and senior manager. Okay, for only how many department? Let's say you want to choose for accounting, customer service, and human resource. Okay, so you untick the other 3. Then you can see whichever is in the blue color is the one you want to see. So you can, okay, use slicer to filter the data without disturbing your pivot table. So if you want to see everything again, this is where you come to clear the filter. Okay, clear filter, just you can see the filter there with a cross. That's where we say clear filter, clear filter. Okay, so this is where we can filter the data in pivot table easily without disturbing it. All right, so I believe that sums up, okay, that sums up the very basic, okay, of pivot table, and that will be all, okay, for our session today. So I hope you learn a bit of new knowledge of today and how to summarize your data more easily and more efficiently in your work. Right. So thank you so much. And if you have any question in the chat box, you can still put in. I'll answer it accordingly. Okay, thank you so much, Amni. Thank you so much, Ms. Arazi, and thank you so much, everyone, for attending the session. All right, no problem. Renette. No problem. Okay, Tony, Deep, Stay, Diana, Jo, Tree. No problem. Okay, thank you and see you again. Umar.
All right. All right.
Okay, take it from me. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kids, for the excellent presentation. Regarding your certificates, we are pleased to inform you that your attendance has been recorded and your course status will be marked as completed after this session. You will receive your e-certificate through the NTW portal upon successful completion of the TEE assessment. The certificate can be generated from the applied course section of your individual profile. As for the video recording of this session, it will be available on our YouTube channel at Excel Academy Malaysia by next week. So before we move on, let's take a moment to answer question from the chat box. Um, Mr. Keith?
Yes. I think I've
Yes.
already answered in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let me inform you about our upcoming training session. If you are interested in enrolling in one of these courses, please contact us. We have Microsoft Excel, Data Analytics and Visualization by Mr. Kit himself. Microsoft Power BI, Data Analytics and Dashboard Reporting. Microsoft Excel Basic Level, Microsoft Excel Intermediate and Advanced Level. ChatGPT and AI tools, Canva Design Bootcamp. Digital Marketing Masterclass, Digital Marketing Professional. Social Media Marketing, SEO and SEM. All right. Thank you all for your participation and have a great day. Once again, thank you, Mr. Kit.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.